remind me to find all of those books and burn them. That's not really gonna help anything. They're all online now, so. Of course they are. Yeah, there's quite an interesting fandom surrounding it. A lot of fan fiction. Oh, don't remind us. Why? What am I missing? When we first found the books, we found the fan fiction. And, Sam/Dean stuff. Yeah. I am so sorry you had to see that. Pro tip, don't go looking through fanfiction about yourself unless you know how to navigate fanfic sites. Thanks. If it makes you feel any better, since they released the newer books and Castiel got introduced, they've stopped writing about it as much. Wait, what? Well, listen, not that it makes it okay, but in every fandom, they have to ship something. And for a while, the only fleshed out characters were you two. So they didn't really have any other options. Again, and it doesn't make it okay. It's just kind of how fandoms are. If they need to ship something. So what, like, when Cass got introduced, they just started writing about us and Cass more? Looks like Cass and Dean mostly, but okay, that makes sense. Wait, what? What? What do you mean? What? Why would it make more sense if they wrote about me and Cass? I don't know, do you remember Marie? What does she have to do with anything? Well, she mentioned that when we were seeing her play. Wait, now I'm lost. What? We did this job, and I guess the people at this college were fans of the books, and they wrote a musical based on the books. I'm sorry? I don't want to talk about it. You remember, they brought up, what did they call it? Like, Destiel? Okay, so what does that have to do with anything? Well, it's just like, it's not like she didn't bring it up with me and Cass, so, you know, I guess it figures that it was more popular. I get what you mean. What? You're kidding, right? No, I'm not kidding. What are you guys saying? Wait, is he not aware? Aware of what? I'm trying to let him figure it out on his own. Figure what out? What is going on? Oh. What? Don't worry about it. If y'all have ever thought that the amount that I know about Will Salas and how much I love Will Salas is a lot, never bring up Castiel to me. Listen, because I'm so, like, fixated on Percy Jackson right now, and, like, Will Salas is my favorite character in Percy Jackson, you typically see, like, the whole me and, like, sun jewelry and stuff like that. But I will say, like, I feel like I have, like, a few things that are it's so easy to get stuff from me, because it's, like, if it's space related, if it has ghosts or, like, skeletons on it, if it has suns on it, or if it has angel wings, I will love you for the rest of my life. Like, I will love it so dearly. And do they all have, like, various reasons for me loving it? Yes. But I would be a liar if I said the angel wings stuff was not heavily, like, influenced by Castiel. Like, okay, so I have a Castiel mug. I have the Castiel drawing on my wall. I've done a Castiel cosplay. Again, I love, like, anything angel wings jewelry. I want to get a tattoo of angel wings on my back. And, well, yes, it is absolutely, like, multiple reasons for me wanting that tattoo. The same thing with, like, a sun tattoo I want to get. Multiple reasons. But I would be lying if I said that Castiel having angel wing tattoos on his back in so many fan fictions was not a big reason that I, myself, wanted an angel wing tattoo on my back. The only reason, like, for a long time, I wanted that to be my first tattoo. The only reason it isn't is because I want it to be a big piece, and I was, like, worried about having that as my first tattoo. And also, big pieces are expensive as hell, right? But yeah, when I was 15 and first getting back into Supernatural, my best friend gave me Castiel and Dean Funko Pops, and I still have them to this day. I have a Castiel pin. Hang on. It's literally on my bag. It's this one. Like, anyone who knows me personally knows how much I love Castiel. Like, ask literally anyone. Max, David, Blue, Nico, Chloe, ask any of them. They can tell you. I am way worse about Castiel than I am about Will Salas. Like, leagues worse in terms of how much I know, how much merch I have, how many things I have that I have simply because it reminded me of Castiel, or it's like Castiel, like, kind of themed. Like, if I rewatch Supernatural, sometimes I'll rewatch it from the beginning, but the amount of times I've rewatched Supernatural specifically from season 4. And I will tell people, if they quit Supernatural before season 4, I'm always like, honestly, just skip over wherever you left off. I will give you the Sparks notes for what you need to know and watch season 4. Because my mom was really, like, not having a good time in season 3, which, I mean, I get it. Season 3 is pretty gory, and it just, like, the direction they went with it was, like, kind of like, I like season 3. For sure, but, like, when my mom started being like, okay, is it like this the whole time? I was like, yeah, sorry. But, we have 2 episodes we need to watch. We need to watch Mystery Spot, and then we need to watch the finale, and that's all you need to know. Then I'll just give you the Sparks notes for what you need to know to understand, to get into, to watch season 4. And she's like, you just want to watch season 4 because of Castiel. And I'm like, listen, I just don't want you to quit before you meet Castiel. Come on. Also, I skip over most of season 7 because they tried to get rid of Castiel, and fuck that shit. I will rewatch it all the way through this time probably, but it's hard. It's hard. It's the reason I almost quit the first time, because I missed my boy. I missed Cas. Anyway, that's my Castiel rant of the day. I have many things to say about Castiel pretty much constantly. I love him so much. It's funny to me that people don't know I'm into Supernatural because, like, I have gone through phases of fandoms that I was, like, heavily into and, like, hyperfixated on this account, and so it's, people find out now when it's like, oh yeah, I talked about this a lot, like, a few years ago. Like, the first one I was into when I started my account was Steven Universe, and then that turned into Sandersides, and Sandersides stuck around for a while. The thing that got me out of the Sandersides fandom was actually, I decided after Destiel went canon to do a full rewatch of the series, and I did it in 2 weeks. And yeah, then I was really into Supernatural for that entire year. And the thing that got me out of that was the release of Spider-Man No Way Home, because I love Spider-Man. So yeah, then I was into Spider-Man for months and months and months, and then I've always been kind of, like, off and on into the Miraculous Ladybug fandom. I don't remember what it was exactly that got me back into the Miraculous Ladybug fandom, but something did, and I kind of stopped reading Spider-Man fics and got into Miraculous. Actually, I think I found a Spider-Man and a Miraculous crossover, and that's what got me into it. There's some really good Spider-Man and Miraculous crossovers and fusions. Oh my god. But yeah, then I was in that fandom for a while, and I think I just kind of rotated between those 3 for a bit, Spider-Man, Miraculous, and Supernatural. And then I read Red, White, and Royal Blue, and I was really, like, into the fanfiction scene with Red, White, and Royal Blue for a bit. And then it was Heartstopper. And I believe, like, just after I read Heartstopper, I decided, hey, I'm gonna try to reread and finally read the other Percy Jackson books, because I read the first series and then I could not really get into the second one. And yeah, I read all of the books, and I've been in that fandom, pretty, like, involved in the fandom ever since. So wait, there is one thing she's afraid of. There is one thing strong enough to stop her. When Jack was dying, I made a deal to save him. The price was my life. When I experienced a moment of true happiness, the empty would be summoned and it would take me forever. I always wondered, ever since I took that burden, that curse, what my true happiness could even look like. I never found an answer, because the one thing I want, it's something I know I can't have. But I think I know now. Happiness isn't in the having. It's in just being. It's in just saying it. I know how you see yourself, Dean. You see yourself the same way our enemies do. You're destructive, and you're angry, and you're broken. Your daddy's blunt instrument. You think that hate, that anger, that is what drives you. That is who you are. It's not. And everyone who knows you sees it. Everything you have ever done, the good, the bad, you have done for love. You raised your little brother for love. You fought for this whole world for love. That is who you are. You are the most caring man on earth. You are the most selfless, loving human being I will ever know. You know, ever since we met, ever since I pulled you out of hell, knowing you has changed me. Because you cared, I cared. I cared about you. I cared about Sam, I cared about Jack. But I cared about the whole world because of you. You changed me, Dean. Because it is. I love you. Goodbye, Dean. Does that answer your question? Before the day ends, I just want to say happy birthday, Supernatural. Happy 18th birthday. You're legal now. 18 years ago today, Dean Winchester uttered the phrase "no chick flick" moments for the first time. And it was for me specifically. It was for my first birthday. He said that for the first time on my first birthday. That line was for the girls and the gays, but me especially. Happy 18th birthday, Supernatural. You ruined my life and saved it at the same time. You're the reason I got through COVID, but also Cass cared about the whole world because of Dean, and that's never gonna leave my brain. I still learn about most historical moments from that one meme from when Destiel went canon. To this day. Nothing will ever compare to that kind of experience. I'm very honored to share a birthday with you, Supernatural. Happy Destiel Confession Day. It's truly a core memory of mine to have Destiel gone canon before Nevada finished counting their ballots for the election. Plus the rumors for Sherlock Season 5. Also, I think at this point in time, the Destiel confession scene is just a core memory of mine, because I literally have it memorized. I never get to escape. Yeah, happy 3 years to happiness isn't in the having, it's in just being, it's in just saying it. And Misha Collins confirming that Cass was gay and in love with Dean, and yet people are still debating whether or not it's canon. I'm fine. It's very fitting that the ship I'm fixated on right now is Stucky, too. I'm having a great time. At least Destiel prepared me for the emotional distress of fixating on a ship that was queer-baited for several years. Be gay, do crime, and probably read some Destiel fanfiction. I haven't read any Destiel fanfiction in a minute, but Shot Through the Heart and The Graveyard Shift are both viable options. I'm gonna go back to being mentally ill and watching Destiel edits.